tap on the forehead, breathe in through the nose while tapping down to the back of your neck. So we're going to go through a cool little process to help you shift into a new identity. Put in all that is not ideal. In this circle, I want you to put all that is ideal. Okay, how many are ready to align and shift some stuff? Yeah? All right, let's do it. So with this, here's what we're going to do. Now, aligning, for those of you kind of new to the world of alignment, it's tapping, breathing, and smiling. It's a little different. So why does it work? It works because we are actually triggering fight-flight responses in the body, stored as allergies or addictions. So the things that you mapped out, whether it's, what you want or what you don't want, the thing that you want, part of your body could be allergic to. The thing that you don't want, part of your body could be addicted to. So what we want to do, if you got a triggered response, then it's there. If you haven't attained it yet, then you probably have something that's slowing it down. So we're going to go through a cool little process to help you shift into a new identity. This is a really fun process, and it just feels really awesome. So for this, we're all going to stand up. Unless you're driving, don't stand up. So go ahead and stand up. And what I want you to do is we're going to be doing a visualization, kind of a circle one. Some of you have experienced something like this if you've attended some of our events. And what we're going to do is I'm going to have you put in all the non-ideals. So everything that you were like, I don't want this to happen, you're going to put that into an imaginary circle and allow it to take a shape and a color and a smell. Some of you might not be as good as the sensory things. If not, just give it something, imagine it. It doesn't have to be right for it to work. It just kind of helps give some context to it to make it more real for you. Okay. Once we're there, then we're going to do what's called aligning. Now, aligning, for those of you who don't know, when I say align, this is what we're going to do. So everybody just practice it with me. You're going to tap on the forehead, breathe in through the nose while tapping down to the back of your neck. So in, then with your breath still held, you're going to tap again and breathe out. You're going to do that 3 times. In, that's 2. In, that's 3. Then you're going to pant while tapping. 1, 2, 3, and smile at the end. Okay, that's align. What we did is we triggered a fight-flight response. We then turned off that fight-flight response or overrode it through our own breath. First thing to go is your breath. So we did that through the breath work. Then we put you in a state to where you put yourself into a fight response by panting. And then at the end, we smiled, which locks it in and actually releases some endorphins to help you reprogram your body and mind. So it's a really, really fast way to shift virtually anything. And it's super, super cool. So that's what we're going to be doing as we go through that. Okay. Candace says, do you think that when we wear hair on our bun on our head, it interferes with aligning, meaning should we let our hair down? It could, yeah. If it's got a bun and you can't hit it, sometimes if you go around it, it's okay. You can also do it down your chest. Okay. So if somebody has shoulder problems or they can't do this and they switch, you can also start here at the top of your sternum and go down to your navel. Okay. So it's like your spine. So it's in, out, in, out, in, out, pant, 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 smile. So you can also do it there. Okay. All right. So let's dive in. Standing up, I'm going to have you paint these 2 circles. So go ahead and imagine that there's a circle on your left and a circle on your right. Okay. Now in this circle on your left, I'm going to have you put in all that is not ideal. So everything that was not ideal, that's like, I don't want this to happen. Think in terms of your all 8 categories: the personal power, the health, the wealth, the relationships, the faith, the travel, the time, the service. And I want you just to dump all that in there. The more real it is for you, the better this experience will be. For me, I'm very kinesthetic. So I like to actually vocalize some of it, and I like to grab anywhere I feel it and just kind of like throw it in. Okay. So if I was doing this, I would imagine circle on my left, and I'm going to just pour into it all this junk. Like, I don't want that to happen. I don't want the travel thing to get screwed up. I don't want kids getting sick. I don't want this. I don't want that. And just all that energy, the weight, the heaviness, everything that you talked about, everything you wrote down that you don't want, throw in there. Okay. So go ahead. I'm going to give you about 2 to 3 minutes. Put in everything in there. And as you're putting it in there, allow it to take on a kind of a shape, a color, a texture, and then we'll go from there. So you got 3 minutes on the clock. Ready? And begin. Dump everything that's not ideal into this circle on the left. Ready? Go. And put in everything, all that's not ideal, pains, doubts, uncertainties, everything that you don't like. Just put it all in there. Got about 1 more minute. Keep dumping it. Ask what else is not ideal. Put it in there. All the stuff. Symptoms. Places you've been. Limitations. Hey, now that it's all in there, I want you to just take note of it. What color is it? If it had a color, what would it be? If it had a shape to it, what shape would it be? If it had a texture to it, what would it be? If it had a smell to it, what would it smell like? Make it as real as possible, as vivid as possible. If you have trouble visualizing, vocalize it out. Paint it with your hands, whatever you have to do. Just make it as real as possible. Great. So now that you have whatever this is, I want you to go ahead and look at it. And I want you to do something that's going to be uncomfortable, but I'm going to have you step into it. So go ahead and just step into it and stand in it. Just be with it for a moment. Imagine all that's not ideal, and it's just part of taking over who you are. And I want you to feel in your body or any doubts or resistances or negativity, and just tap on your body as you're standing in there. And this is where we're going to do some aligning. So just repeat after me. Tap wherever you feel it. The negative things in my life don't have to own me. I can have power even among the darkness. I don't have to be defined by the tough or painful things. I don't have to fear them or avoid them. I can stand strong regardless of these things. Go ahead and align. And smile. Good. Okay, tune into that, whatever you're standing in. Really just let your body sink into it, feel it, breathe into it. Just tap any resistance, tap wherever you want. Just pick a spot on your body of tension or tightness while you're standing in it, and just repeat after me. I don't have to hide from any pain. I'm not ashamed. I don't have to avoid it. I am strong enough to confront what I need to confront. I have the support I need to change what I need. I don't have to fear anything, and that's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead and align. And smile. Good. Go ahead and step out of it now. And I want you just to observe it again. Take note of what color did it change any. Just observe it. See it, if it's the same or if it altered at all. Just take note. What color is it? What shape is it? Okay, now over to your right, I want you to imagine this other circle. And in this circle, I want you to put all that is ideal, all the things that you want to have happen this year, all the goals that you've set. You've got 3 minutes on the clock. Put all that is good, all that is awesome, all that is amazing, how you want to feel, and just put it all in there. You can just let that other thing on the left be what it is. It can just sit there, and take note of this new circle on your right and put in everything that's ideal, all that's good, all that's amazing, and begin. Let it take it on its own color, its own shape, its own smell, its own texture. If it helps to vocalize it, awesome. Do whatever you need to do to make it as real as possible. Good. Keep adding all that's good in there, all that you want, all that you desire, everything in health, wealth, relationships, faith, travel, time, personal power, service, all of it. All right. Very good. Okay, I want you to take a note of it. What color is it? What shape is it? What smell does it have? If it had a smell, if it had a texture to it. Okay, I want you to take note, and you have a couple different options here, but with this thing on your right and with this thing that might still be there on your left, I either want you to combine these two objects or destroy what was on the left completely. Do whatever you need to where there's only one object directly in front of you. So take this thing on the right, merge it, or destroy what's on the left. Just do whatever to where you have one thing that's still there right in front of you. So just go ahead and do that right now. So once you have it, I want you to take note of that color and shape and whatever that represents. It should be something that's pretty ideal in front of you. All that you want this new year. Think about the identity that you want to take on. Think about who it is that you want to be. Going for the next year, doing new things, being a new version of you, feeling different, interacting differently, reacting differently, everything that you desire right here. And I want you to write down a phrase or a word that represents this year's focus for you. When you think of stepping into this identity, becoming whatever it is that this is, what word or phrase is that for you? So go ahead, write that. Yeah, and Deb, the color, shape, and smell idea, the whole purpose of that is to give the ideas of things to make it more tangible and more real. So many people with thoughts and feelings, it's very difficult to handle or shift them. But if they're given something that has more container or texture to it, then it's more real. So if you go into the circle of connection, a big part of it is reality. So if something's not real to someone, they can't manipulate it or change it. So what this does is it makes it more real. Now, some people have trouble with color, shapes, and stuff like that. So instead of putting color shapes, they put more word descriptions into it. So you can describe. Cool. Okay, so for me, I was doing this morning, and I actually got something that was kind of a phrase, which was different. But mine's ride the momentous flow with precision and ease. That's going to be my year's focus, is ride the momentous flow with precision and ease. And I was like, I don't know if it's just because I had a baby and we all were sick and all this craziness. And it's just like, hey, we just want to kind of like have a flow state. But it's this feeling for me is I want everything, all my systems, everything to just flow momentously like a big, huge wave. And I can just ride it and do it with precision and ease in a relaxed state so that it doesn't have to be forced or pushed. So whatever is real for you, do it for you. Now, in this thing in front of you, I want you just to acknowledge it, see it, and go ahead and we're going to do a little bit more of aligning, and then we're going to step into this new identity. So while you're thinking about this in your word, go ahead and just tap right here on your throat area. I can, and repeat after me, I can have what I want. I can make changes easily, even if it's been tough in the past. I can vocalize my needs, my wants, and my desires. And it can be real and good. Go ahead and align. And smile. Good. Think about what you want. Think about what you don't want. Think about all that stuff. Just go ahead and tap kind of on the stomach area, both sides, kind of on your liver and on your kind of pancreas area. I can make changes in a relaxed, powerful state. I don't have to force change upon me or have change be forced upon me. Change is my choice. I can decide when I'm ready to change. Good. Tap right here, kind of on the sternum. I can create what I want, even if I've tried hundreds of times and failed. I can create it newly and differently, and it can be fun and energizing. Go ahead and align. And smile. Good. Now, for this final piece, I'm going to have you step into this new identity. So whatever your phrase is, mine's, I ride the momentous flow with precision and ease. So when I have fully chosen in whatever shape and color this final piece is, I'm going to allow myself to step in when I choose it. Now, I'm going to communicate that through my body, through my voice, and through my tone. Sometimes you want a super powerful one. If that's what you're feeling, you could do that as well. You could be like, if mine was like power, then I could be like screaming it with my whole body, or like crazy. Okay. Other one, like for mine's more of a feminine energy. So I'm actually going to do it a little bit more intense, but less tone intensity. If I was going to do this, I'd get into this state where it's really real. And when it's really real and I feel like it's my choice, my decision, I'm ready to step into this New Year's identity, I'm going to step in and I'm going to feel it and vocalize it and then hold the space. So I would do something like this. I ride the momentous flow with ease. And I'm just going to hold that identity, feel my body take it on, and see it pan out for the whole year. Okay? For some of you, it might be like, power, go crazy. Others, it might be more of a softer, but still very powerful energy. So when you're ready, go ahead and step into your identity, but only when you've chosen in. Allow yourself to see it, feel it, vocalize it, and step in. Ready? And begin. I ride the momentous flow with passion and precision and ease. Good. When you feel that and you've stepped in, allow yourself to go there. So if you haven't, go ahead and do that now. And for those who already did, just tap while you're standing in that new shape, new form. I can choose this new identity anytime I want. If I ever need to step out, I can. I can come in and out anytime I need. I can make this really real if I want to or not. I can choose never to take on this identity, and that's okay. I can choose to take it on now and have it be real, and that's okay too. Go ahead and align. Very cool. All right. Hey, what's up? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to join us live on a 3-day virtual event to implement what you just learned, then check out the description, click the link, and check out when that next virtual event is coming up. We go live on there. You get to actually experience what you just learned. And the best way to learn is through immersion. So check it out. I look forward to seeing you there, and have an incredible, phenomenal, amazing rest of your day. Was it me? No, it was each and every one of you. So we all chose to do that. No one forced you. No one made you. You chose, which is freaking awesome.